Hello, my friends. Okay, party ponies, here we are. It is Sunday, fresh week tomorrow. I know it's a holiday, so if you're kind of feeling some conflict around that, I want to talk it out. Couple things. So it is 11:38 my time. I just finished my workout, and I got on Zoom with Katie. Such great accountability. Okay, so I am repeating this invitation. You are always welcome to join our morning Zooms. They happen Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Standard Mountain Time. However, if you need a different time, speak now or forever hold your peace, right? Like, speak up. I know there's lots of ladies that time doesn't work for, but there's no reason that you guys can't use that link, or you can't reach out to your coach and say, hey, I need a little extra accountability, okay? You are the driver of your journey. I can believe in you all day long. I can give you all my tips and tricks and like take you on the journey, but ultimately at the end of the day, you get to make a decision how you want to show up and the choices and sacrifices and shifts that you are willing to make, right? Okay, so we went on vacation. Last week I started To Be Mindset, and I have really been kind of floundering with it because it's new. Okay, so did you hear me? It's new, and I'm having a hard time with it. It is so easy, and I think that's why I am having a hard time with it. But I did get out my book, okay? So if you've ordered a challenge pack recently, this came. You can order them if you want one, or you could, I'm sure there's under program materials, you could just print them off and start your own journal, okay? So whatever, make it yours. And so I did start just recording it, and when you are writing down everything that goes in your pie hole, it's really interesting. It's really interesting the things you learn about yourself. That being said, I did it the first day we went camping, and then I haven't done it since. I started again today. The scale actually went down while we were on vacation, while I had 3 servings of ice cream and ate all the potato chips and kind of ate like an a-hole. The scale actually went down. My body freaking hurts so bad. I woke up this morning, and if you've had any kind of neck issues, you know how you're like, ooh, if I move weird, I might throw it out, like, ugh. Yeah. And I was like, there's literally nothing worth eating, nothing that tastes good enough to be worth this amount of inflammation and ache. And that's what I've learned. I used to think that, I just had neck issues or whatever. Actually, it's inflammation in my body. And when I did gut protocol, well, first I did a Eat Right for Your Blood Type diet like years ago, and I learned a lot about that. I learned a lot about my body. And so you can just Google that, okay? Eat Right for Your Blood Type. If you know your blood type, there's food lists that you can look at. I think it's really interesting to see if there's things on there, like the avoids, the foods you should eat, and the neutral foods, just to take note, okay? It's just something to take note of. Yes, it says diet, but I don't put all this like stock in. I can only eat these things. That's not how I've ever lived my life. So anyway, I learned things when I did that. I learned so much when I did this last round of gut protocol, like so much. I'm still recommending that program, even though I'm not using it right now. I think it's a freaking amazing tool. And yes, it can be restrictive, but it's also like, it's a short time that you're doing it. Yeah, it's a short time you're doing it to figure out what triggers your body, what creates inflammation, and just to kind of maybe jumpstart, if you've been feeling stuck or whatever, to jumpstart it. So I've stepped away from that for a minute because it wasn't serving me. It was creating all this shame and anxiety and mental space. And I'm doing To Be Mindset. You can do portion picks. You can do whatever works for you. It's okay. But I did take pictures, and I'm encouraging you wherever you're at with your journey to take some freaking progress photos. Maybe it's your before, maybe it's a current, whatever, take the photos, squirrel them away. I know, especially if you're not feeling good in your skin, you don't want to take the photos, but I am telling you, as someone who's been on this journey for a very long time, you want those photos, because sometimes we see ourselves day in, day out, and we don't necessarily see a change. But when you have the photos don't lie, okay? When you have the photos and you compare them to where you're at, it's really freaking awesome. And it can also be kind of this like gut check reminder, like, this is what I physically look like and I don't feel good. Maybe I have aches, maybe I don't feel comfortable with my skin, whatever, okay? Take the photos and squirrel them away. Please, especially if you don't feel good in your skin, I'm asking you today to take the photos. I took the photos. So a couple tips that help me as we move into a fresh week. Maybe you're going to start a new round of something. This is how I do my water, okay? So first things first, you take your current weight, what the scale says today, not what your goal weight, not what your driver's license says, your current weight, and you divide that in half. And that number in ounces is kind of your baseline number for how much water your body needs. Your body is made up of water. If you think about your muscles like a rubber band, if you're not properly hydrating them, they're going to get cracked and brittle and they're going to hurt. They're not going to be able to repair themselves. Like, you need water. And so often we think that, we're hungry, but we're really just dehydrated. Tea and coffee don't count, okay? I'm talking about water. You can make it fun, okay? You can throw in some like herbs or frozen fruit or whatever, like make it freaking fun. It doesn't have to be this awful thing. So this is my tip. So I have this giant, as big as my head, ball jar. And I fill this either when I go to bed at night or first thing in the morning. It is 11:44 and I still haven't filled it. And look, there's some leftover water from yesterday or the day before, actually. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to fill this, and then as I go throughout my day, I'm going to top off all my other things. Because before, when I was just using water bottles, I couldn't keep track. How much ice am I putting in this? How often am I refilling it or topping it off? Like, I couldn't keep track, but this is a super awesome tool. And so even if we're like camping or traveling, I started taking this with us camping. I'll fill it up at the house, and then my goal is to refill it, to drink everything in it and refill it for the next day. Didn't make that happen this last camping trip, which is probably why my body hurt so bad. What did I want to say to you? Oh, but if I'm going to have a busy day on the road, I will still do it. Okay, I did this even when I did PTO, when I was working and stuff. I would fill this up and then I would top off my water. I would fill my water bottles from this. So I always knew how much water I had consumed or how much water I had to go. This is my easy peasy trick for all of you. If you are struggling with your water, get a giant container, pitcher, ball jar, whatever, that's about half your body weight in ounces, and fill it up so you know where you're at. Easy fix. If you're drinking water before you eat anything, that's not a diet tip. That is I am properly caring for my body and making sure that it's hydrated so that it can digest the food I'm about to eat tip. Okay? Okay. So during my workout this morning, Autumn had all these amazing truth nuggets that I wrote down. And yes, I hit pause on my workouts to write down her quotes because I think they're really awesome. Okay? So here we go. Maybe you need these, one or two of them, for your reminder as you go into this next week. Number one, you grow through what you go through. And I don't think this is true for everyone. It's a choice. This is why personal development is so freaking important, you guys. You grow through what you go through. You can have this poor me victimized attitude. This is so hard and I'm never going to get there and this doesn't work for me. But is this true, or are you just quitting on yourself? Are you looking for an opportunity to go into the next shiny object? I see it happening with so many of you. You have to trust the process. This is not a first date. You have to go all in. Go all in means do the very best you can, even if it's 5 minutes a day. You have to trust the process for longer than 21 to 30 days. You are not going to get overnight results. This isn't witchcraft, okay? We don't do some creepy diet. We're not drinking some magical elixir. This is you prioritizing your health. And if you don't want to do that, if you're unwilling to do the hard and get uncomfortable, well then I don't care what you do, you're not ever going to have results. This, at the core of all of this, it is a mental gymnastics game. And you're going to come up with all these little reasons why it's too hard or I'm not motivated, but I'm telling you that motivation is a lie. And you make a decision, you make a promise to yourself, and then you cultivate the commitment and the daily consistency to actually get results. And if you are unwilling to do that, well, then I'm not the coach for you. And this isn't going to be the tribe for you. I'm just putting it like tough love today, okay? So you grow through what you go through. And if you're not doing some kind of personal development / mindset work, that's my ask for you as we move into next week. You can eat all the healthy things and you can move your body every single day. But if you don't believe in your heart and soul and mind that you are worthy of this effort and that you can have a transformation and that life is good, you'll never be satisfied. It will never be enough. You will always be looking for the next thing, okay? Personal development, I freaking love it. I have a file in this group with all this personal development recommendations, podcasts, people, different books. Listen to it on audio. I don't care. But make a commitment that you're going to listen to something or read something that inspires you every single day. And if you're just doing your Bible, that's awesome. But I'm challenging you to also listen to something in addition to that, not replacing it, but in addition to that reminds you of all that is possible. Because sometimes we don't believe things are possible for ourselves and we have to follow along with someone else to see that they did it in order to borrow that belief and transform our life. So you grow through what you go through, but that is a choice. Not everyone's going to grow through it. Lots of people are going to find the hard and the struggle. And the more you focus on that, the more that will grow. Stop telling yourself this is hard. If you didn't listen to my video from a few days ago, it's pinned in here. It's called Hard. I want you to go listen to it because hard isn't necessarily a bad thing. Hard is where the change and the growth and all of that comes from. So you can go into next week with that mindset of, I'm going to choose to grow through what I go through. I'm going to be okay with it being uncomfortable because that means I'm leveling up to that next level version of me. And it's never going to be an overnight thing. This is not a linear journey. This is not you start on A and you go to Z. No, this is like kind of all over the place, but you have to trust the process, which is why I keep telling you to lower your standards, but raise your personal bar. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if you just squeak in by the skin on your teeth. It is okay if you say all the bad words. It is okay if it is hard. It should be hard. If it is not hard, if you're just sailing through and it all feels amazing, well, then that tells me that you're not in a growth season. And growth is ultimately what changes us and what makes all of this the most epic, amazing thing it can be, okay? Second thing she said was, don't let age change you, change the way you age. I can tell you at 43 years old, I am in the best shape. I feel the hottest and just overall most energetic that I've ever freaking felt. How many times growing up did you hear, oh, they're over the hill, they're 40? I beg to differ. I'm much better now at 43 than I was in my 20s. So don't let age change you, change the way you age. Prioritize your journey, show up to it, make it freaking happen. Nobody else is going to make the window or the space for you. That is a decision, right? Make your promise and then take the daily action, even if it's imperfect, even if it's not complete, but take the effort every single day to touch the different areas of your journey. That is what this is. I'm going to hydrate myself. So I'm going to make sure that I set myself up for success. I'm not just going to accidentally go out throughout the day, drink waters. No, if it was up to me, I would be reaching for probably an iced tea or an iced coffee. I would be doing all the things. I have to set my intention. I have to set myself up for success and make that promise to myself and then take the freaking action to win at the journey, okay? Third thing, you only have one home. Autumn says you only have one true home in this life. You have one true home. And those of you who are like me, this kind of weird transient law enforcement life or military life, you get that. There's so many things that are unknowns. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the next transfer, we don't know all the things. And you could allow that to spin you out of control, or you can say, I'm going to do the next right thing. I'm going to control my controllables, and I only have one true place to live, which is in my body. And so how do I want to live in my body? Do I want to be reactive? Do I want to eat like a dumpster fire all holiday week and then try and make up for it? Do I want to go on some crash diet? I hope not. Those things will never serve you and they will never get you long-term results. That is why I became a coach. It's why I preach this all the time. And it's why I'm a messy, imperfect work in progress, because I don't want to live a crash diet thing. That doesn't bring me any joy. It doesn't make me feel like I have control of my life, okay? You only have one true home in this life, and that is in the body you're in. So how will you take care of it? How will you show up for it? How will you prioritize your promises this coming week? Tomorrow is a holiday, so I'm sure lots of us are doing fun things this weekend and all of tomorrow. And I am not telling you to not eat the ice cream or have the chips or whatever, the chiladas. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you should do that. I'm saying that this life is meant to be lived. And if you go through it depriving yourself of all the things, like that's not fun. But I want you to be mindful. I want you to make a promise to yourself and then take daily action. Should you have the cupcakes tomorrow? That's up to you. If you want to have the cupcakes, cool. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure that you have some kind of movement in. Even if it's not pushing play in your living room, it's going for a walk with someone in your family. It is turning on music and dancing at the campsite. It is going water skiing. Like all those things are movement. All those things count. All those things move you closer to your goals. The things that don't move you towards your goals is allowing yourself to splurge or have a cheat day and then allowing that to spiral out of control. It doesn't feel good. This is why I don't do cheat days. I don't do cheat days. I don't believe in cheat days. I think cheat days are a very slippery slope to eat like a dumpster fire. That is why having a nutrition plan that serves your lifestyle is where it's at. Have the chips, drink the whatevers, and then have the water and move your body. It's a lifestyle. It's not all or nothing. If you have an all or nothing mindset, that is a fast track way to feel discouraged and get off track and do this yo-yo binge thing, which doesn't serve any of us, okay? So I hope you prioritize movement this weekend. I hope you prioritize fun with your families and joy and mindfulness and none of this little deal making. I'm going to have this if I do that. I'm going to make up for this next week when I do that. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to make a promise to yourself and be present in the moment, have fun, but also set yourself up for success. Make sure that you have some vegetables on hand. I had them camping and I didn't eat them, but I had them. Make sure that you have enough water. It's not about creating a game. It's not about it's about figuring out how to make this a lifestyle so that you can have the fun and make the memories and eat the deliciousness, but also maintain the traction. Having a couple fun days doesn't need to it won't get you off track unless you allow it to, unless you continue to spiral. So if you're in a spiral, you're going to grab my hand and you're going to be in my message in my inbox and be like, this is where I'm at, and I'll help you make a plan. What am I doing? I am finishing phase 2 of 9-week Control Freak. So I have one more week this next week, and then I start my final phase. So if you want to start 21 Day Fix or MBF or something with me the week after tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, cool. You could totally do that. It's a 3-week thing. We'll all be in it together. This is not one size fits all. This is you figuring out your secret sauce, what makes you feel good. If there's a trainer you don't like, then don't work out with that trainer. If you need something different every day, then try Body. There are live workouts that you can sign up for to do live, or you can actually catch the replay, which is an awesome tool. If you've recently gotten a challenge pack, you have a 30-day free trial. Use the free trials. Try the things. It's okay to it's not marriage. It's not a tattoo, right? You don't have to go all in and be 100% committed. You're allowed to play the field and try different things to see what you like and what feels good. Because let's be honest, parts of this journey will be challenging. They will be hard, but you can still choose to find the fun. You can still choose to find the joy. You can still choose to find your wins every single day. I want you to be your own hype girl. I want you to borrow my belief, but I need you to cultivate your own. And cultivating your own requires you to take action, to make a decision that you are going to show up every single day and touch it no matter what. Woo, my nose. So I'm going to fill this up. I've done my workout. I have filled out my tracker, first things first, and I'm going to live my life. That's my plan. That's what I do every single day. It won't be perfect. I might get off track a little, but I always have the power and the authority to get myself back on track. I don't need anyone to give me permission. I don't need a brand new month or a brand new day. Although good news, we are in a brand new month, right? And tomorrow is a Monday. Perfect beginning, perfect opportunity to begin again. So if you need me, let me know. Otherwise, think about these things. Drink your water. Front load your day with the things that you know will help you put on your oxygen mask, whether that's listening to affirmations or meditating or listening to some personal development while you walk the dog or do the laundry or wash the dishes. It all adds up. Think of this as hygiene. This is hygiene for your body. It's not just the soap in the shower. It is truly about working on your mindset and making sure that you have enough water in your system and that you just touch it every single day. It all adds up, right? So no one has told you lately, I believe in you. I'm here in it alongside you to win it. So if you need something, let me know. Otherwise, happy 4th of July. Happy Canada Day. I hope, or was Canada Day yesterday? I don't know, whatever. Happy day. Happy Sunday. It's another day to live our best freaking lives. Progress over perfect, right? Right.